10, cool. Because I don't think people that are listening are going to be like, it's 7 o'clock. I mean, it's 11 o'clock. Chris better wrap that up, you know?
Yeah,
And that's some
exactly.
freedom where it's a little bit different on the digital platform than it was on the FM platform.
Let me ask you this. You do weather and news at the top and bottom of the hour?
I do not. I do not, man. And one of the stations that I worked at, the one that I got fired from for not getting the thing in my arm, but like they were excited not long after or not long before I left that they were bringing weather sponsorships back. And there it is. You're showing your phone, and they're excited, like, man, we're bringing weather sponsorships back. And I'm like, oh,
Hey, if they can get money for it, great. If some sucker's going to pay for it.
Right. And it's like, but who's going to wait through a 5 to 6 minute commercial break to hear a weather forecast that they can just simply do this on their phone? I mean, now you brought up your phone. So I have the new iOS and you can set it. So it's 57 clear, high of 72, low of 42 on my phone. I don't even have to do anything. Like that's how it's set. I pick it up and it's there. No one is listening through a commercial break. So look, I'll use that term loosely. No one. Not many people will wait through a commercial break for the weather. Not many people will tune in to X for the weather. It's right here on their device.
If you're a jock on the radio and there's some kind of significant weather happening or whatever, that's not saying you can't do a break about it. Or even if it's not significant, it doesn't mean you can't just go, oh, it's 62 degrees. We got some Al Green coming up. You know, you can do that. That's fine. But to devote
time and temperature
every hour, insanity.
But, you know, real quick, the you know, it's like the weather is there and you can get it on your phone. You don't have to listen through that time. But you're right. Saying it's 68 degrees or whatever, you know, that's okay. Severe weather, yes. Because I feel, that's my personal opinion, that if radio wants to make it further than what people are saying it's going to go,
they got to be local.
Have to take it back to a local. They have to take a local approach on it and not worry about the corporate playlist, not worry about playing Harry Styles because X station in California or New York's playing it. If that song doesn't do well at a station here, then don't play it. If the new Luke Bryan doesn't do well, don't play it. Like, play the songs here. Give them something different than they can get on their phone. And you know what? And that is some difference, that local weather, local traffic. It is. You know, but again, will they sit through 6 minutes to get the weather? No. But should a local radio station talk about the tornado watch and stuff like that? Yeah, I mean, that's what radio was kind of built on, community service. And it needs to come back to that for radio to be viable in their local markets. I feel that's just my opinion.
Now, how about this, though? Content-wise, too, needs to be local. So we all know about the radio prep service. Maybe not everybody knows about that, but there's a handful of places that make what's called radio prep. It's preparation for your radio show. So all the DJs that you listen to in the morning, let me not use derogatory terms here, but all of them that you listen to in the morning, they don't watch all these shows. They don't know everything about all these celebrities. They just get this prep service. They wake up in the morning, they read all the stories from this prep service, and not only the news, the opinions on them, excuse me, the opinions are given to them as well. And there's only a handful of these prep service, and they only have like a few riders each. and they all use the same ones. So everyone across the nation is reading the same stuff. They all have the same opinions on celebrities, the same opinions on politics and current events. It's all controlled by a handful of writers. Just a handful of writers control the brains of the nation because they're going to tell you how to feel about it.
Yep.
So I don't think wrong with looking at this prep, but then you got to look at it and you got to go, okay, what does this mean to me? If it doesn't mean shit to me, then I should be able to say on air, this doesn't mean shit to me. And I talk to my partner and I talk to the guy working with me and I talk to my family before I go into work in the morning. Do y'all know anything about this? What's your opinions? If you bring the local opinion and the local jokes and not just the shit that's written on the paper, I mean, how many times have you heard the jocks all do the same jokes that were written on the paper across the I mean, in the same market. They're doing the same jokes, the same bits. So if you could, I mean, I'm not saying you have to cut out prep services. They do have some good stuff. It's a marker. It tells you what's happening, but then you got to use that local touch, that personality. It's a big Taylor Swift story. How big is Taylor Swift in Lafayette? I don't know. Talk to people, find out, and then decide how your opinion should be. Because if you just read it from that sheet, Taylor Swift, I mean, I'm trying to find, she smells like roses. Let's just say that. I'm trying not to get too vulgar, you know, but I mean, the way some of these things are, and Elon Musk is the devil,
right?
You know, and all these bits that they get. Look, you got something called Universal Comedy Network or something like that, UCN. All these radio stations across the nation use the same things. They're doing the same parody songs. They're written by a handful of people, all with the same idea. Don't make fun of Taylor Swift. I'm not. I'm just saying in some areas of the world, she is up here, and in some areas of the world, she's down here, and you have to know your audience. You have to know your audience is what I'm saying. And you deliver to your audience. You deliver locally. That's the big lesson to learn here. That's what I'm really trying to say.